it's Memorial Day, and I can't think of any better way to spend that time than to spend it with you.
Hey.
And anyway, one thing.
Sure.
Let's first thing right off the bat.
Yeah.
Woo, man, that's a good fish, isn't it?
That's a good way to start the morning.
Oh man, yeah. So it's a 955. Is that what it was?
Or 955, 959.
959.
TPW site and see what their measurement. Like I think it'd go 10 pounds, but we didn't.
So you just measured it, the length and all that.
Yeah. I got.
You have a scale?
Yeah, I've got
a
good digital scale. It's right on the money, and I've got everything I need to submit her as a Cheryl Lunker. So that's my
wow.
Thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So now anymore, if the fish is over 24 inches, you can submit it as a Cheryl Lunker.
Yeah.
You got to have a picture of the fish laying on the board, showing that it's over 24. And they've got to be able to see the head and the tail, and the mouth's got to be closed, and all this good stuff.
Yeah.
But it'll qualify that way. If it's over 8 pounds, I believe it's 8 pounds, it may be 8.5. You can also submit it as a Cheryl Lunker, regardless of how long it is.
Yeah.
But you've got to have a picture on digital scales, and that's what most people don't have is decent scales to weigh one. But yeah, that was my first fish, so I thought, hey.
That's the first fish of the day?
Yeah.
I just quit. You might as well just quit then.
Probably we left the ramp at 7:30, and that was probably, or 6:30. That probably 6:45. It was still real early.
So it looks like you're fishing around some boathouses there.
Yeah, we're fishing. There's a series of boathouses back up in Running Creek, and they've got lily pads and grass out to about 5 or 6 feet. People come through there fishing the boathouses, and they don't realize that the fish don't. I believe that fish like boathouses when there's nothing else.
Yeah.
And if there's grass and lily pads, I think they'll be in the grass and the lily pads as opposed to the boathouses.
Yeah.
So, and I see boat after boat coming through there pitching all the boathouses, like the guy, the 14 in front of them, the 14 after them, and we get out there and get right up in the middle of those lily pads, and I throw a Carolina rig with a 1 ounce weight and about a 5 foot leader on it, and I'm using 50-pound braid for the main line, and I call it stitching. I throw it out there, let the weight hit the bottom, and I'll pick it up. And I'll just kind of work it, kind of stitch it through those pads, and let the weight drop, pick it up, and you'll feel the fish pick it up and swim off with it. And that's the reason you need heavy line and heavy leader, but it works. We catch a lot of fish. The guy that was with me, I told him how to rig his Carolina rig rod up. He fished with me Wednesday, and he showed up Thursday with a not appropriate Carolina rig to my way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had 5 fish in the boat, I think, and I took one of my rods and laid it back there. I said, if you decide you want to try it, use this. Well, he started catching fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he didn't have a big enough weight on it. His leader wasn't long enough. He couldn't throw it any distance at all.
Yeah.
So it does make a difference how you set up to fish that sort of stuff.
I haven't been up and running the creek in a long time. How far back does the boathouses go back in there? Does it go all the way back?
They go to the bridge.
Oh, to the bridge.
Yeah. No, that's Glade.
No, I'm talking about right here.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They go back to that bridge right there.
Just you talking about just up to this bridge then, not on past, not past. There's nothing past that then.
Nothing past. There may be one way back yonder.
Yeah, because I didn't remember any boathouses be up in there. Because you and I we were back up in here. When we fished. So it's got to be on that west side of the lake over there is where it was. So.
And then after we fished there till about 8 o'clock, and then we moved over to another place.
Now this was Thursday. You were during the tournament. Well, that'd be because I saw the results of the tournament. Let me just go ahead and pull that up here, and let's see.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, yeah, there we are. I tell you what, there was some good fish caught during that thing. I mean, look here, it's Randy. Who's this? Steele. Randy Steele.
Randy Steele caught a lot of fish.
10 fish. I mean, here's 11 up here. Jack White. That sucker, third place is there, and there was some good fish. I mean, of course, you had the big one, $9.99, but there was a couple of fish almost 8 pounds up in there, you know. And I mean, this guy here, he had an 8, and he didn't even get money in the den. Don Overstreet.
They had one good fish, and I had 4 good fish in one dink.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really a dink; it was like 16 inches.
Yeah.
But my co-angler was finished first on the co-angler side.
Do you remember what his name was?
Yeah, right there, Jimmy Bright.
Jimmy Bright. Okay, Jimmy Bright was your co-angler in here. Well, I mean, had some good fish up in here. You know, there's eight fish with John Branch, and I mean, shoot, you all had a good day.
Yeah, we did. We didn't catch big numbers, but we caught big fish.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'm looking forward to. This week it's going to be raining all week.
Yeah.
And it's going to be raining Thursday, so that may change my game plan a little bit. It ain't gonna change it much.
Well, the only thing I regret about this, it didn't happen the week you and I went out there, because
yeah.
I'd have got it on video and we'd have had it on there, you know. But
Well, we'll go back up there sometime.
well, maybe so. We'll try to find 1 or 2 of those, and
May not find I've got a couple of places that are producing some big fish that we might get on video. So, you know, I'm not gonna promise it over, but you know,
well, yeah,
20, 21, 22, even 19 and 20.
Yeah.
18 to 20 inch fish pull the best. I mean, they just don't quit.
Yeah.
That's where Lake Fork gets its reputation, I believe, is people get one of those big slots on that's just healthy as a young bull.
Yeah.
And they get him halfway to the boat and he gets off. Oh, that was 12 pounder.
Well, there's been some good fish caught the last few weeks that I've seen. Different people have caught it, you know. But so I mean, is the slump? You were thinking you were in the slump. Is the slump off? Is it over?
I have no idea. We'll see. The slump. If I put back to back or maybe 3 in a row, then I'll say the slump is
over.
Slump is over. I only got fish in 2 places.
Yeah.
3 places, excuse me. So that's, you know, kind of hard to end a slump.
Well, it is, but you're almost in the summer right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. And I've got some deep water fish this year, which I haven't had in a long time. So it's looking, it might be over. We will find out.
I noticed they shut the water back off out there.
They?
Yeah, it's not running like it was. You know, it was like a period of just a few days that they opened that sucker up for 6,700 cubic feet. You know, and then it trickled back off. But
I noticed there's a pier in our campground that I kind of judge what the water level is, and it's got 2 to 6 runners on it. And Thursday the water was halfway to the top of it, and normally it's underneath it. It's a couple inches below it's full.
So what was your water clarity like up there?
Dingy to muddy. We were fishing on the west bank, had a southeast wind, so the wind was blowing right in on us, which to me that blows the shad in, that helps.
Right, yeah.
And I don't mind dingy water. Those cotton candy flukes, the fish must look like shad in that color water. That's all I know. But they do eat them.
So you using cotton candy? What it was?
Yeah. Then Saturday for the Sart Marine.
Oh, that's right. You had that tournament here.
That. And Charlie Abrish and I fished it. He caught some good fish.
Is it Lake Fork Solo? Is that what it was?
No, that's next Saturday.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Let's see where we're at.
Back on the 23rd.
23rd.
Right there, Salt Marine.
Okay, yeah. You had. I'm sorry. That was for this week. The other one. I'm sorry.
But we went back out there and they would not touch a fluke. And I kept thinking, now the fish are here. They were here 2 days ago. What's going on? So I went drop down to a French fry. Started catching fish. I got 4 in, and Charlie said, "Give me 1." So anyway, we ended up with we had about 6 pounds, so we just released them and went in and engaged in some. It's scary to me to think about that. I let myself get in a situation like that. Didn't carry my mask or anything, but there was a big mass of people there.
Oh yeah.
And nobody had a mask on. Absolutely nobody. And I don't want to catch that crowd.
No, we don't.
So I got my sandwiches and left, and tried to stay out away from everybody. But anyway.
So y'all didn't place or did
No,
place?
no, we
Did
didn't
not
place.
place. Well,
And
that happens.
next week we got
You
JC
got the JC
team on Saturday and
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and solo
Teams.
on Sunday. And I think I may not fish the team. So back to back, it's kind of hard to, especially if you don't have many fish.
Yeah.
You can't pound on them 2 days and expect to do good both days. If I leave them alone, might get enough during the solo to do some good.
Yeah.
So that's probably what we're going to do.
Well, and I was looking. Charlie was up there pretty high too. In here, where was
He
he?
didn't have many fish, but he's up on top.
There it is. Excuse me. Yeah, he did get in the money just barely,
Yeah.
but he had a
He had-
735
he had a
fish.
big-
Had a good fish in there.
Yeah.
So this week the weather, what we got coming up here, looks like is gonna get a little bit of rain on Thursday.
Yeah, 80 tomorrow, 50 Wednesday, 80 Thursday.
Look at that,
Yeah.
all week.
Yeah, I've got good rain gear and the boat needs rinsing out. So
Yeah. Well, you probably gonna be able to do it then during that time.
yeah. If the wind doesn't, and the wind forecast doesn't show to be much, but the wind forecast didn't show to be much last week. But boy, it howled.
Yeah.
It was blowing.
So we're still doing the whole lake. This is still the COVID
Yeah,
tour.
This is the last one of the
Okay.
COVID resorts. We're going to start the normal cycle, whatever the first tournament in June is,
Yeah.
whatever date that is.
Next week,
Next
I guess.
Thursday.
Next be the 4th.
Okay.
4th of June.
Yeah.
We'll start back regular tournament. And will it
It'll
be the hardcore or will it be
hardcore.
the? Okay.
It'll be a hardcore, and it'll be section 1, so it'll be the Caney Creek side.
Section 1, which is the one of your favorite areas up in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So well, that's good.
And I don't understand what's happened to Glade. I cannot find fish in Glade. And, it's just, and last year during the Skeeter tournament, there was lots of fish in there.
Yeah.
And this is the time of the year the Skeeter tournament happened.
Yeah.
So, anywho,
Well, that happens.
yeah, it does, unfortunately.
Well, this week, the project this week, you ever pull a tractor apart and change out the clutch and throw out bearing and pressure plate?
Matter of fact, I did.
Oh,
When
you
I was in
have?
high school, we helped. Yeah, we had jacked that sucker up on both ends. And
Really?
it was quite a
Well,
chore, too.
that's I've never done this before, but it's in the garage
It
right
was-
now.
It was, what, 40 years ago that I did it?
That's
50
better
years
experience
ago.
than I got. I may holler at
Hey,
you.
it's real straightforward. You got everything's out there where you can see it. It's not like being up under a car.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. Well, I pulled the bucket off the front of that thing and the bush hog. And that took a little while to get all that off, but I finally got it up in the thing. But I'm gonna tear it apart. See what we can do. I'll
Probably
either
find
fix it or mess it up, one or the other.
You can probably find a YouTube video for it.
There is. I've looked at a few of those, you know. But it can't be much different than a car, and I've done some of those.
Same
you know.
exact thing, just a matter of scale.
Right?
And
Yeah.
A lot heavier pieces.
You got to build some wheels for that front end, or it's gonna land on the ground.
If I remember correctly, what we did is we put a big heavy duty jack under the back, blocked the wheels, and put a chain hoist over the front.
Oh, you did?
The chain
Okay.
hoist was on, it had rollers.
Right.
We had bolted it just.
Well, I could do that. I got a chain hoist out there, so yeah, that's the latest. So well, let's just see if you're out of the slump here.
Yeah. That's what everybody said. Well, Bob's back. We hope.
All right, it's Bob out of the slump. Go ahead and touch it. Go ahead and touch it. See if that sucker tell you.
What's that?
Touch the top of that, and it'll tell you if you're out of the slump.
Not even a little bit. Not even.
Not even a little bit.
That sounds about right.
I should have left the camera on.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, not even a little bit.
Not even a little
That might have just been the warm up.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.